absolutely dominant showing as well. I think that's the convincing part, right? Yes, they've won the Icebox before against Zeta Division, but this was like steamrolling through Talon on their own map pick.
Yeah, absolutely. The pacing for Global here was just next level right now. They were just, I think, on some kind of new gear that they found in this particular map and just never let go in terms of how well they just, again, been pushing on those sites.
They had full control the entire time, and lightning fast especially.
Yes.
Very impactful on this map.
This is why you maybe go back and look and kind of question, why did this pick come through in the first place? I mean, sure, you get all the first kills, but you're not able to carry through. We saw exactly what we talked about in terms of the compositions, right? GE, happy to just wait for that util to come out, then they can just swarm back into the site. And lightning fast, you saw how confident he was to push these timings when he was playing against Zeta as well. He understands this map at the angles and how he can protect himself with his own utility, and we saw it happen once again against Talon.
Yeah, two things here. I think it was pretty prevalent throughout this entire first map, is that it feels like even though, sure, Talon get a couple of these first kills here and there, GE somehow manages to get the better map control, whether it's because Talon are just a little bit too slow in trying to get that quick rotation, or they immediately lose that kind of initial fight that we were talking about. Maybe they get that first kill, but then they get traded like 3 back, and then that allows Global Esports to just rummage back into the site. This has happened so many times, and there was also this example where on that pistol round, Polvi gets into Kitchen, gets the first pick, opens up the B site, and then Talon just have no answer for that.
Yeah, and I think the scoreboard shows exactly what we were just talking about, right? I mean, you mentioned it. Sure, you might get first kills, but are you getting trades afterwards? 0 first kills for Lightning Fast out of 24. That just goes to tell you that he is just there to back up the team and re-clear the site every single time. Only 8 deaths on that Sage. I mean, another game where one of the players doesn't really have much to do. I mean, Blaze King can just sit there and turn up his touch screen, pull it back down, and then he's able to win the game.
They had them read every step of the way. Every single round, they knew what they were going to do. Even on when Talon was on the defense, there were the 2 of them, Benkai and Blaze King, just waiting there, knowing that Poli was going to push out.
This is one of those
Governor
games.
was going to push out. Yeah.
This is just one of those games where Global Esports was dictating everything, and I think no one is gonna deny me with this. Lightning Fast's walls also just is the perfect separation tool for whatever Talon wants to do. They keep getting split apart by this, and you kind of see that when they're pushing up into the A side. Some players from Talon, oh, we're willing to push out through Rafters, and then the players on screens will have to break down the wall. That's a couple of seconds where they really can't, support their teammate, and then it just goes falling apart here for Talon.
Yeah, I mean, moves like this as well, where Lightning Fast, he just decides to create space on his own. One thing I've noticed is Lightning Fast, both on the A and B side, he's very willing to use verticality to his advantage, which is a huge buff on Icebox. I mean, this map is about verticality. That's why some teams still kind of tinker with things like the Omen. And with the Sage, obviously, you can get those timings with the walls. Povey hitting some good shots as well. But the most important thing to me is the double peaks were so clean from GE on this map. They were actually swinging out in tandem. They were actually hitting their shots. They're covering for each other. That's what you've been wanting to see from this team that seems to come in with good plans, but some weak execution in their past matches.
Yes, it's exactly what we wanted to see from Global Esports, and I'm kind of liking every time we see Sage appear in Pacific. It's been awesome every single time.
It's battle Sages.
Exactly, from Divai on the Sunset stage, Jing also on the Icebox stage, and now Lightning Fast twice now on the stage, just looking phenomenal. And we are going to be going into Breeze on our next match. Global hasn't shown anything yet, but Talon, they need to win this, or else it's Jover.
Yeah. Yes.
What?
It's Jover.
Jover.
It's over.
Over.
Yeah. Oh man, we gotta catch you up on the memes,
Yeah.
man.
Okay,
like
thank
this
you.
is an oldie.
I'm
this
hella
is an
puzzled.
oldie.
But absolutely, because the thing is, the last time we saw Talon here, it was their debut match. We were all like, wow, Governor is insane on the Neon, and then that was against Team Secret. The second series where they played Breeze against Team Secret again, it felt like they got figured out. So is this just the one bright burning game on this? Are they going to bring another composition because it might not be working as much anymore? What's going to be the adjustment here for Talon coming into Breeze?
You gotta imagine that there's probably a new composition. I'm actually a big fan of the Neon that they brought out. I thought it had a lot of legs to go with it. I thought they had some good ideas. But again, it's very reliant on Governor not only creating space, but also picking up the kills. So I think maybe a little bit more stability. That's what we're looking for on the talent side. But the real question is GE, did they prepare against the Neon, or do they have a read on the composition that Talon maybe cooked up during that off time at Masters Madrid?
That is definitely the question. And you know what else is the question? The question is, what are you going to pick for the guessing game?
How high will I go on the ranks of guessing game? That's the question.
Well,
All right, what have we got?
The question is, map 2, who's going to be the pistol round winner for both the first and the second half? And you do have an option now, if it's a 1-1 draw. You know, they win a pistol round each. And
Wait,
it doesn't
who's attacking first? Do we know? It's I forgot.
But they're going to play
Excuse me.
both pistols anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, so but I can answer like 1-1. That's why I'm asking who's attacking first.
Oh, okay.
Or wait,
okay.
does it have to be specific on like which round they
No.
win?
No,
Or-
okay, just
okay.
the pistol. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
First,
okay,
First
okay.
and 13th round.
All right,
Alright,
okay, thank you.
I know Jess Goat is also doing a talent watch party. Curious about Jess's vote here. She's been with us on the desk here in Pacific before.
I need to bring back my Immortal, man. I feel so empty right now. There's like an abyss in the pit of my stomach that just will not
Just
go away.
Just for everyone to know, please do not attach your identity to your rank. Don't do that. That doesn't sound very good for your self-esteem.
But Valorant.
Valorant's very important. That is true. All right. All right.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's show it.
Oh, can I do this?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
an
That's,
option.
I mean,
1-1, okay,
20% of
1-1.
our viewers have voted for that.
Astra, you're perpetually confused about the game rules. Yes!
I'm so
How did
confused.
Astra get all the way up to 7? I just don't understand.
I got lucky.
So we all have different answers here. Let's
Yeah.
start with you, Asarai. We'll go down the line here.
I just feel like whoever's going to be on the attacking team will just win that pistol. Because of how open Breeze is. Yeah, there's so many options
Fair
for you to
enough.
attack. Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
I know I talked at length about how Talon's probably going to switch their comp, but then if they do bring out the Neon, I think you gotta give it to the Neon. Just barging into any fight, creating space, and getting kills, maybe even using the Frenzy for some of those close quarter kills.
Also very viable. These are very viable. But I think I'm going to be right here with Global Esports because they are the pistol kings. They're
True.
always winning their pistols.
True.
Hopefully they, I don't know, they win more than pistols because sometimes it doesn't go on after that.
Yeah, this is another one of those where Coach Spin is like, well, I don't know if the pistol wins really matter that much because sometimes it doesn't quite work out for us.
Global is one of those things that is an outlier in the whole stats board, and I know it just puts all your Excel sheets in a frenzy, just like Neon's going to be
Just like
using
Neon,
to
yep.
get their first pistol round there. So these are our votes. I don't know what you guys think.
The majority voted for GE, I think.
Oh, yes,
but we
right.
had a bit of a split between us two.
Well, me and Wingman, the audience, are correct.
Me and the
right,
20%ers
This
are
is,
also correct.
We shall see.
This
We
game
shall
is
see.
not meant to have
Divide
any
us?
real.
No, it means
okay.
everything.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
just waiting to get
So-
on the desk for this game specifically.
So whoever wins this definitely has the biggest
Yes.
brain.
Oh,
the biggest
absolutely.
brain,
Absolutely.
for sure. So Asarai has the biggest brain.
For now.
Big
now.
brain Asarai. We are going to go to agent picks. Let's gamble on this. Are we going to see a Neon?
Oh boy, I part of me wants to see them continue to build on it because I really liked the ideas.
Oh, no neon.
No Neon, but still sticking with the Euro for ban, which I thought was pretty solid.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, he does create a lot of attention whenever he plays around a map, which could be good here because that could disrupt the massive map control we have been seeing from Global Esports.
Yeah, and of course, this also means that with no swap in the players, Cruz will be playing that Sova, still IGLing that team, and Surf will
Absolutely.
have
Again,
to go
he
on
does
to
create
that
a
Cypher.
lot
My eyes
of
are on him.
attention
How
whenever
much
he
can
plays
he
around the
anchor,
map, which
or
could
even
be
go
good
for
here,
those
'cause that
aggressive
could
lurks?
disrupt
Timings are
the
so crucial
massive map
on
control we
Breeze
have
when you
been
want to
seeing
dig
from Global
deep into
Esports.
mid,
Yeah,
or
of course,
elbow,
this
things
also
like
means
that
that
with that Cypher.
Also, I believe the last time that we saw them, it was Lenny that was playing her talent here, right? So this is the first time we're seeing Surf
Yes.
on Breeze. That could be a big, again, a big deal for talent here.
And of course, one of the OG Cyphers, Benkai, returning to his home turf there onto that Cypher for GE as well, going with the KO. Personally, I favor the Euro a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, I favor Benkai's stare-down contest. All right, is it going to be another point for the Alpha Group this weekend? We're going to go into our second map, Global Esports versus Talon. Let's go over to our casters.
Thank you very much. Let us jump into the action here once again. Maybe for the last time tonight. If Global can pull off a 2-0, what a statement it would be. What a bounce back it would be given the rocky start. But last time that we saw Global play this map, it was at Convergence, an off-season tournament, and it did go the distance against Furia, 14-12 in a loss. That was, of course, without Benkai there present. Let's see how they fare now, showing it for the first time here in VCT.
I'm sure that Talon, you know, after the way that first map went, it's going to be pretty mentally defeating, right? You got to really try to bounce back, take that break time in between the maps to just try to reset yourself, just try to say, okay, well, that one didn't count. I mean, it does, but try to convince yourself that, okay, we're starting from scratch. Let's just try to take it from here. And they're going to start off in a pretty good spot already. They're just going to plant this one down at the pyramids. And right now, trying to round the corner, but Jitboys is right here. He's only going to get the one. And Blaze King does trade that one back as, let's see how this one does go. Ban gets the rotation, picks up two quick shots to end that one. And now it's just Russ and Blaze King, and now Russ is gone. So a much cleaner first round here to the side of Talon. And Blaze King, I mean, he's going to pick up one, but this one is certainly in Talon's favor.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the kind of start that you want to see. And some teams have some pretty huge bounce backs after getting relatively slaughtered on a map prior. Talon is going to be able to pull that off, but this is a good start. I mean, Ban just getting all the way around here, basically zero thoughts, paid to where he could be. Finishes the job that started.
We had the mini game, right? Already, the 65% fan vote plus Victoria knocked out because Talon did pick up the first pistol round, so still a chance for Aserai to go 1-1, and also, of course, a chance for the Talon voters to pick up both. But we'll have to wait and see how that does go once we do get to our second pistol round in the second half.
Almost like winning the mini game is like winning a minor jackpot on a slot machine. Just, some people get lucky, and then others just, you know, you just keep putting quarters into that thing. I'm showing my age. Quarter slot machines.
Quarters.
They still exist somewhere.
They do, I'm sure.
Most of them are digital, though.
We did have a pretty interesting stack here. In mid near the pillar, just trying to catch someone off guard who was lurking in mid, but not able to pick anyone off with that cheeky little stack. Everybody's got a classic here on the side of GE anyway, so just waiting to see if they can overpower them with 4 classics.
I can tell that Talon, they are expecting some form of a stack, some form of aggression to come through. Ban now pushing up onto the B site, will get darted. And the majority of the squad is here as, okay, swings onto the wall, will get taken down. But now they know that Exec is getting ready to come through here on the A site. There's no time to go and try to recover that Sheriff, so will just be left on the floor. Surf with a quick shot, comes up with a kill. That's going to be Benkai taken down. As Lightning Fast will be able to find a second elimination with Governor now dropped. It's a Vandal on the ground. Jitboys opening up the door, dragged across effectively to find Blaze King. And is very quick to clean up Lightning Fast. So overall, 2 kills. The Duelist is going to be taken down here in the round, but not too concerning here for Talon, as they will be able to carry those weapons forward.
Yeah, still a pretty fun and interesting round, I guess, from the side of GE, you know, trying to get whatever they can, get some extra money.
30 seconds left.
Eventually, they just ran into the better firepower. Jitboys picking up 2. I think Surf got 2. And just able to close this one out. So 2-0 now to the side of Talon. And Global Esports, everybody going with the half armor here and the rifles.
Oh, Van going for a Bucky, but yeah, he's just going to be leaving that one down on the floor very quickly as Polvi hounds him down here in shop. Pick up on the orb. Crew's going to be trying to get that Hunter's Fury online as quickly as he can, and we'll just take the Bucky for himself. Now he's a true hunter.
I suppose. Governor, very nice peek here on a Polvi. Gonna win the Jet versus Jet battle. Always very important, of course.
Who's
the better Jet?
Only we had. Why can't Barracks track that stat?
Yeah, that's all I care about, honestly. We do have a bit of a rotation over here from Talon towards B.
And they're getting a decent sense of this. I mean, the push out of double doors here in the mid. Their sights turned up towards elbow quite just yet as Benkai going to come dropping down and spotted. They were hearing the footsteps from Russ, so attention was paid. They're deeper into mid. That allows them to get one apiece. Now Cruz trying to go for the plant, pop up here onto the half wall. There's the one tap, Lightning Fast able to put him down as Governor looking for that headshot, but can't quite find it. Now a very poor position. Will get flushed out into the open by the snake bite, and Global will go ahead and pick up their first round win.
Yeah, gonna hold on to 4 guns as well. Pretty clean one there to deny the bonus, and they are finally on the board here. GE feeling pretty good about the way that round did go, especially the double crossfire. I suppose it's a single crossfire because, you know, it's only 2 dudes. Either way, they do get the 2 kills there in the elbow, and that essentially just take a bunch of firepower out of the push. And you can hear that they were pretty happy, but we just get a little giggle from Benkai as his teammates were cackling.
Ult now out. They don't have that Hunter Sphere to go alongside it. So for now, it's just going to be Ban opening things up. Jitboy's watching for this push out. He's able to find it. Anticipates that it's not going to be unescorted. Thinks better about sending out that snake bite. Holds it now for the post plant. See how necessary it's going to be, though. Swing out. Oh, what a readjustment. Blaze King taken down. Lightning Fast spotting one, but isn't ready for the follow-up. And takes his head off, and that's going to be Benkai and Russ having to hightail it back over to the B side and get ready to save.
Yeah, just get out of there. And very nicely done by Jitboys. He was the guy who, you know, it was 13-4 on the last map, but Jitboys towards the end, obviously alongside of Governor, were the 2 guys that actually were getting some nice performances. Jitboys was pretty clutch, whereas Governor was kind of the first kill kind of player. So nice to see that Jitboy's still on his aim, still on his game here, moving into the second map. And this is already almost as many rounds as they got in the first map.
Very true. One more to go to break that, but I mean, yeah, just really good readjustment to be able to find those kills, stop that value from coming in. Operator now going to be online, though. More Polby, courtesy of Blaze King. See what kind of use he can get out of it. As I see Cruz 0, 1, and 2. What kind of killless IGL are you going to be here, Cruz? Right side flick would be a hell of an adjustment, and he tries for it but cannot make it happen. Governor takes him down. And in the meantime, going to be caught over by B. But now they need to try to reinforce A. Blaze King alone here on the site.
That was pretty aggressive on that one. And now we got Blaze King in a really rough spot. He's being attacked from 3 different angles. Talon will make their way onto the site. Russ slowly but surely trying to sneak his way in.
Planted.
We have this Viper wall set up, though, and that is going to make things much more difficult for him, as everybody on the side of Talon's just going to back away and hold on to this angle.
Looking for the aggro push in, but there's plenty of covering fire here. Russ does back away, keeping his life intact as he continues to swing out. Lucky to be alive there. So he committed it with that 0-point. Jitboys now, and the bite's going. Lightning Fast is taking pot shots at him, but Jitboys just draws the weapon down, finds the kill. Still alive with 28 HP, now 1 off that pit. That spike is detonating. Benkai and Russ once again know it as they try to rotate out, but this time there are hunters making their way in. Governor swinging around looking for them. And just outside of bridge here. Looks like they will go unnoticed for now.
So 4 rounds for Talon. Able to double their round score today. And they're looking much better. You know, jokes aside,
yeah.
I think that this is certainly the Talon that we kind of expected to show up today. And it's not just Governor, it's not just Jitboys, although those 2 are kind of still doing a great job so far. And that's going to be a timeout already called here by Global Esports.
Yeah, needing to pump the brakes here. Don't want to allow this to stretch away any more than it already is. Granted, I mean, the majority of the time we're going to be seeing teams picking up most of their rounds on that attack half, which is why it's all the more important to just slow things down and try to get as many defender side wins as you possibly can. I think 5, pretty much what you're going to be looking for at a minimum here for Global.
Absolutely, they're going to have to turn things around right now if they want to have a chance to do that. And no Benkai cam this time around. This, I suppose, probably some more in-depth and serious discussions going on the Global Esports side. maybe we'll have another opportunity to get another Benkai cam rather a little bit later on. As the wonderful map of Breeze being shown off here. We do have Governor with his ult ready to go. Let's see if he does utilize that here. Let's see the high tripwire last time around set up on the B site, but this time around it is going to be Benkai over on A. So mixing it up.
A little bit of a change up, but
Standing ahead.
does put some more pressure here on Polvi. Granted, no one really playing towards that side of the map quite just yet. Just Surf tucked away over near window. It's glass cannon, so heavy risk here for Global. Absolutely need this to try to pay off after the timeout commitment as well.
He's just on the back of B, waiting for the push. Relatively passive setup, although there is Russ, who is pushing down pretty far here to see what he can see. That has not necessarily gone well for Global Esports when they've been in this position, but you
Right.
note that he's not peeking out. He's just waiting to see if anyone is going to enter that area of the map.
He's just sat back for the time being, as we'll be able to destroy that camera. This is going to be Talon getting fanned out across mid, and B main getting ready to move up into the site. Wall now going to be placed. Polvi dash at the ready. Here's them pushing through tunnel.
30
To
seconds
know, and
left.
oh, there's the pop flash sent in by the Yard. Tries to go for the peak. Tries to go for the no scope shot. Not going to be able to find a kill there. Lightning Fast able to come up with 2 before getting taken down by Jit Boys. Blaze King at the same time finding Ban. Man advantage here for the side of Global.
Spike planted.
As the pit, though, looks to turn the tides. Now in Governor's hands. He's getting marked here by that Sova drone. So it's the knife to try to play around with, just waiting for his opportunity. Jit Boys, though, finding Benkai. That brings it now into a 2v2. Jump peek there. Russ spotted. Goes in for the operator. Just to the side, but Jit Boys continues to keep it equalized.
Yeah, Jit Boys has an immense amount of control over this one. He is going to pop out, picks up his 4th kill on the round at the same time. And it's all about Jit Boys now. Picks up a 5th round win here for Talon.
Absolutely fantastic footwork there from Jit Boys. He's constantly repositioning. Hit. Just fearlessly planting that one in. Knew that it was going to be winnable. And ends up playing this out beautifully. The bite to just further delay time. And it just wins out on the fight. 5-1. Talon, just, breaking down Global in every single way. The operator lost. Knives now pulled here from Polvi. Anticipating that recon dart here. As that 0 point will confirm that there's no one playing up in the shop quite just yet.
Yep, not just yet. Governor going down the hallway here, seeing what he can see. Seems like he saw something, pings it. But, yeah, nobody going to be there. And now Polvi pushing out. He's got the setup. Mentioned Russ just waiting for it. Let's see when they
just
finally
around
do
the corner. And there's the first headshot up over the top. Turns. A couple shots there. The shorty looking for the elimination as things are getting crazy. Governor gets the headshot, and he almost manages to get out. Russ eventually will find the punish, but damn, that took a lot longer than it should have.
Yeah, that was chaos incarnate right there. There was so much smoke and just both jets jumping up into the air, going head-to-head. Eventually, they both do fall. But at the meanwhile, Talon was pushing in onto the B site. And now it's going to have to be a 3v3 retake here. It's not going to be too easy. They don't have too much utility either. Just kind of the Sova. They're trying to clear out that back of the site.
Boys just playing elusively, dodging out on that dart. Van sat back in main, will be found. Shot comes through, and a chance here for the side of GE as Jit Boys is trying to get it done once again. Sees the shoulder to try to interrupt it, and Russell, 6 HP. Will just barely manage to stay alive in that round and get the defuse. That is a big sigh of relief as Global Esports pull off the Thrifty with 0.24 seconds to spare.
Yeah, not even close, they'll say, but that was incredibly close. Even from the beginning of the round, too, this fight over here, we had very back and forth, made it 3v3. Long range kill from Russ, and then he barely clutches it out. And he says, let's go, guys. Second round picked up here by the side of GE, but it does feel like the first map, just the opposite, right? Where it just feels like, okay, they're getting like one round here and there, but nothing consistent. So Global Esports really have to try to string at least one more together to get some kind of momentum.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Talon right now is exactly where Global need to be. As Pit will dissuade, push up, out of elbow, Polvi able to find Ban. Good opening kill here for Global. Us just holding, thinking about sending that 0 point. Had he placed it in tunnel, might have gotten all the information that he was seeking. Well, the jump peak, that'll tell him even more.
Yeah, they do know that somebody's back there, but now he's got to be able to suppress pretty much everybody in there.
Him getting drawn, but looks like forward here is lightning fast. Yep, turns his sights back over to main. Realizes that this was going to be a bit of a pinch and finds that kill. Russ gets Governor. Attempted the plant, but has to be pulled off of there. Cruz realizing that he's going to have to either fight into this or just stay tucked away as they go for a save. Well, 4 on the enemy team now.
30 seconds
Surf does manage to take down 1.
Yeah, this is pretty difficult for him to actually clear out as he's slowly decaying as well. And now they're going to know he's still here. And it's just rough for Cruz. Not looking very likely. He's going to tap the spike and nearly get his head taken off from multiple different angles. Now he's seen Benkai, he's seen Polvi as well. Takes the first one.
I mean,
there's 4 seconds left.
The problem is he's going to try to camp this operator, but never mind. Benkai just swings in and does manage to take him down. If he just stayed put and been able to win the fight, Benkai might not be able to carry that one forward. Cash-wise, they could have had a purchase coming in, but all right, Global. It will be them winning 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, first time so far. Trying to make things interesting. Polvi, a very nice first peek here into elbow, and then lightning fast holding down the pit. Some long-range shots here. And then eventually they just take out Cruz, who was left alone.
Let's see if they can make it happen again here. 3 in a row, or if Talon can get themselves up to 6. I was going to say, dimensional drift available. Cruz does have the Hunter's Fury to go in alongside it. Looks like for now he's just pushing forward. As it's going to be Hunter's Fury out here from Blaze, and he manages to find Governor of all people. He's hounding down that Jet. Jit Boys, though, on this lurk. This could be devastating. Global spots 1. It's going to be lightning fast to get down, but Ban now fallen, but Russ does get cleaned up.
Yeah, they had already pushed in, but able to really take some power out of this push regardless, as now they'd be able to spot where they are, and Talon just have to run out of this one and just rotate away. They still have a lot of time. It was a pretty quick push onto that A site.
And they are committing to this rotation. I thought maybe they would allow for the double pump to come through on that neural theft and then shift back to A. Just gamble whether or not they can run into, fewer players, but Polvi already here. He's going to get picked out. Ooh, nasty shot through the wall. And Jit Boys has the finisher. Off now gone. Benkai, however, finds Cruz. Surf taken down by Blaze King. And now it is all on Jit Boys to try to find the clutch once more.
Well, if there's one guy on the side of Talon that you can rely on right now, it is the 14-4 Jit Boys, who has kind of taken the throne on top, even ahead of Governor, his teammate. And
around,
turn, he gets
spotted.
And that will be him going down to Blaze King. Blaze King just barely able to stop that. Jit Boys had a really nice angle, and it was close.
Well, can get the defuse, has enough time to rotate over to grab the operator as well behind the half wall. We'll be able to carry that forward into the next round, but Global now bringing this deficit down to just a single round after getting 3 in a row. And I mean, this pick, it was basically everything for them to get things started. Governor getting taken out somehow, some way by that Hunter's Fury. The first domino to fall.
A very interesting laugh there. And now a timeout from the side of Talon. 3 rounds in a row. Kind of get some of those bad memories from map 1 where you lost a bunch. And they want to stem the tide early on with this timeout and not allow them to gain any more momentum.
Still, obviously a better situation for Talon, not having to use both of them in the first half. So one apiece remaining for both of these squads. Timeouts haven't been the most impactful here today. We'll see how they fare, whether or not they're going to be able to pick up some more rounds. Because if this does start going the other way, a 6-6, a 7-5 in Global's favor, that's when you start becoming a bit more concerned here for Talon. Need to be very creative with the plays that they go for, given that they have that double duelist.
Yeah, let's see what the plan is here after that timeout. As it does look like they're setting up towards potentially a mid push, some pings coming down as well.
Yes, this should.
But let's just wait and see. We do have Benkai back here on the B site, so they have gone back to that. As meanwhile, trying to use that verticality once again, but Polvy's going to have his head taken off by the opposing jet. That is Governor.
Yep, distracted by one. Governor pushes up towards shoot, is able to find the headshot. And that's going to be the operator now down, not getting that initial burst of value that we had seen previously. And everybody aside from Surf, who's on a very deep lurk, starts making their way here in towards B. Pressure does come down. That's a fake out coming through. Looking at the flash. Russ able to stabilize. Does find one. Swing out. Gets himself a second before getting taken down by Governor. That's a decent recovery here, keeping things even at 3-3.
It was a very nice re-swing out there, and now Benkai, he's still in the back of the site. They have not been able to clean this out, and he picks up another one.
But here comes Surf.
Headshot through the wall.
But how patiently can you play this? Benkai, he was just looking in this direction. He's got the read. At least it would seem so. And depending on the timing, well, Benkai's service is no longer needed in that round. Blaze King will just be able to take down Surf as he swings the corner. And suddenly, we are all tied up. 5-5, Global Esports, 4 rounds consecutively. Now in a position to take the lead.
Yeah, so I guess this first guy, I really like how he swings back out. And so he's just kind of in a position that was unexpected. He's able to just barely pick up a second kill, gives time to Benkai as well. And then Blaze King, of course, in 3v1. They read where Surf was, and they take him out pretty easily. Was that 4 rounds as well after the GE timeout?
They lost the follow-up off the timeout and then won 4.
Get out of my
So
way.
not going to contribute to the stats, but
Both teams not having a, not getting a win after the timeout so far on this map.
yeah. Still going to be feeling pretty happy about the way things have gone in the last 5 or so rounds. 4, I guess. And Talon certainly going to have to get something going, but this might not be the round to do it with a bunch of sheriffs. And unless Governor can really pop off in a big way. As he has been the other guy outside of Jit Boys to really carry this team, as I've mentioned many a time already. Governor looking, he knows Russ was right there. He's just begging someone to peek him.
Well, Polvy peeking down, able to find one. Crew's eliminated, dashes back here behind orange boxes. Governor makes his way forward, but as he pushes through the wall, Blaze King just takes his head off. Not fast enough. Ban, though. Very quick. Catching lightning fast there, top stairs. Polvy going to be swapping over as Jit Boys finds yet another sheriff shot. Ban, you have to drag across. Polvy eventually able to find that bullet.
30 seconds left.
Gets a connect. Forced back now as the flash, the 0 point, everything sent their way. With just 2 players remaining, Global Esports know exactly where Surf and Jit Boys are at.
Yeah, absolutely. It was looking pretty hopeful. You know, Ban getting the 1 pick off. He got the headshot from Jit Boys. But that's about it. And now they're taking a bunch of damage as they enter the site. Even going to commit now that he
8
picks up
seconds
a gun.
remaining. They have to get this one planted. Jit Boys will be able to get this one on the ground, but this is a bold commitment. With 1 more round left in this half, they decide to send it to try to win this one out.
Yeah. Just a full send. Polvy's going to get his head taken off, and now that's 2 to Surf. And Jit Boys cleans it up.
Thrifty.
And the Thrifty comes through. It absolutely pays off for Talon.
Last round
Unbelievable.
before the switch.
I mean, the call to just send that in with 8 seconds remaining. Down below half HP, Surf somehow comes away with 2 kills before dying, making it all the easier for this final shot to come in from Jit. And that has got to be a good feeling.
It's down, guns up.
And a Thrifty at that.
Could absolutely tell from that reaction. A huge round to go their way. It's getting pretty worrisome, but they stop GE in their tracks, and now
Oh,
they're
I
coming
mean-
in here pretty quickly.
They heard that coming through. Blaze King does manage to react fast enough to find one, but Russ going to be taken down as Cruz finds him with that Hunter's Fury. Ben Kai sending in his own ult, but Surf able to find the punish. Knives flying, Polby takes him down to 24 HP, and suddenly, I mean, it's a blink and you miss it round as we're down to now a 1v1.
Oh, the angle! Lightning fast! Excellently done. Just moves over to the left, and he gets a headshot there to end it all with the 1v2. So now, we really are all tied up once again, 6-6.
At 6-6, I think this has been a fantastic recovery from Global Esports compared to how things began. I mean, you think back to it, it was 5-1. Talon have only been able to get one additional round, and it took Jit Boys and Surf just having a big pair of cojones. Let's just say, like, you know, throwing that neural theft into that 11th round with 8 seconds remaining on the clock and then being able to clutch it out. That is unexpected. That is just clutch factor right there from those players. But Talon not able to capitalize on that early lead. They've allowed a way for Global to get back into this game, and that could very well be their undoing.
Van Carey did have a nice shot in that one round that they won in the last.
Oh yeah, I mean the shot onto, I think it was lightning fast, up on stairs.
Yeah.
It's really snappy.
Guardian headshot. Kept it interesting, kept it close enough for his teammates to close it out. And now we move on to the second pistol round. So minigame back in the focus for just one round.
It's the most important thing.
Will it be Asa, or will it be William to be correct?
Well, we shall see, as both teams going for some pretty hefty investments as far as firepower is concerned. Half armor for Jit, but 2 ghosts, 2 sheriffs here for Talon, 3 sheriffs for the side of Global.
Yeah, it's you know, there's a lot of long angles, as our analysts were talking about on this kind of map. You know, you want to be able to try to tap on some heads from range, and it's going to allow you to do that as long as you are crispy, which Ban is. Polvy able to trade that one back.
Surf getting shot there through the wall, loses his armor and 25 of his health, but Polvy down to 50 is worse for wear. For now, Global going to start inching their way forward here in towards mid. Cruz and a very deep lurk around the back. See if he spots anything making its way towards shop. But just going to be a drift across cannons now over towards B, where Cruz, or rather Surf, is going to be waiting.
Polvy's got a very long angle here, but playing quite defensively on the back of the B side, as you oftentimes see them doing. Not going to be able to see anyone just yet, as the camera going to spot Russ. That was just pushing on in.
Oh. Polvy not able to spot anything there. Cruz just now making his way over towards that defender's, or that attacker's side as Russ able to find Surf. Jit Boy's going to get 1, but Russ comes up with 3. A monstrous breakthrough here on this B side as Cruz now last man standing. Do they suss out his rotate around the back? Well, they don't need to anymore as Cruz just spraying into that cyber cage, will be able to finish off the KO, but now he's got his work cut out for him. Polvy down to 50 HP does make this winnable. Needs to be Johnny on the spot, and there you go. Darted it right in the leg.
It's not that much time. Maybe he lands the one shot. Polvy's getting pretty low.
Dart goes a little bit deeper, though.
Oh, so close.
A little bit less charge up, but now he's running out of time.
Yeah, there's just not enough time here, I don't think.
He knows exactly where they are. Sees the head for a brief moment. Does get the finishing shot there on the Polvy. Holding it to half. I think he's just going to stick it.
He's going to stick it.
He's just going to stick it.
Ben
Oh
Kai.
my God.
No, he's
Oh
too
my God. Cruz.
And Talon. They're able to hold on to the round. Just like that.
Well. That's a bit of a tilter if you're
Yeah.
Global. Such a nice setup. And Cruz just comes in and he just holds on to the remote control. What a replay.
Just hold. It's fine. It's easy. Cruz, he's unimpressed. He's like, yeah, you know.
Hell of a
Just clutching
clutch.
it.
But now, force buy here from Global.
Here.
Talon tried this on the previous map. Polvi, outlaw in hand once again.
Here.
It's only Governor as an outlaw himself that's got that half armor.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy for him, but maybe he can get some chip shots in and give his team an easier time of trying to win on a bit of a force buy. And we'll have to hope it works out for them for their sake, because mentally, to lose in that clutch moment and then also to buy and then lose again would be rough. But it would give us potentially some more competitive action here, some more Valorant.
Oh, start coming through. Polvi getting in. Oh, man, he does it again. It's the wall bang. Not the headshot with the op like we saw versus Stacks, but still clean. And it's a solid win. Try to open things up. Push up, though, into the poison orb. Boy's able to find one, but Lightning Fast returning spray does take him down. Lightning Fast himself
30
a
seconds.
little low on HP as he pushes forward, but Blaze King with a headshot will displace Ban. And now it's on Governor and Surf to try to turn this one around. Otherwise, GE, the force buy, going to be bearing fruit for them.
It's just such a rough angle. There's so many different angles to try to take out. He's going to try to use the camera to see what he can see, but that doesn't really tell you much. And this is getting later and later in this plant. Surf trying to wrap all the way around here behind the container. See if he can pick someone off, but instead he's just going to go down, and it's only Governor to maybe get some pickoffs as they run out. But this round on the force buy will go towards GE.
Yep. We'll be able to find another elimination. A second one there as Polvi just comes wide swinging through. Reloaded, looking for more. I mean, Governor, he's popping off. But in the end, it is still just going to be global, not allowing them to get an anti-eco round across. They force up, they get that round victory, and we are once again tied at 7-7.
Yeah, this map is much closer. Kind of what I was expecting between these two teams. I thought this would go to 3 maps. Just an excellent start off here from Polvi, and then eventually just, you know, they pushed and they used a lot of utility to get onto the A site. And you can see at the viewing party feeling pretty happy about that one. Knows it's a very important round.
Oh my God. Made vulnerable and hit with a shock dart. And Polvi down to 36. Solid start there for Talon. Also, I think that Talon losing after the force buy, I think that nullifies the pistol round win. So I think we just canceled the game. I'm not even participating, but that seems fair to me.
The game is just canceled, yeah.
Let's just move everybody down a peg, actually.
Everybody loses.
Yeah, regardless of what they selected.
Except GE, I guess. Yeah, I only participated once, and it was a double rank up. So I'm currently sitting at Diamond in second place.
Lucky you.
Behind Asarai. Feeling pretty good about my minigame skills so far. But it was only William to win in this pistol minigame duel. They're just going to push in onto the A site and get the plant down.
It's widely unoccupied. Governor just seeing if there's going to be any kind of lurk-up hauls. Everybody else widely playing together here from Talon will get clustered up, but it's just him with the Outlaw that was carried over from the previous round. See what kind of value he can get out of this one, but Russ forward on the site. Double doors occupied by Benkai with that Spectre. And it is a Vandal in the hands of Russ. Lightning fast, though. Able to find the opener as he himself starts working his way down hall. Gets rid of Cruz to start things off and scoops up another little ult charge. Looks for a little bit more. Swings out perfectly as the flash connects it back orange. Goes for the reload. Can't quite dodge out of those classic bullets long enough to survive. Surf will be able to find that kill. But now needs to run forward. Oh, no, you gotta get in that. Jump into the Black Void.
Yeah.
That would have been, catastrophic.
Yeah. Oof. Well, he gets it done. It was a little wonky. But regardless, gets it done. Lightning Fast had an opportunity actually for an ace. The splash timing was excellent, but then just caught with the reload.
Yeah.
Doesn't have much to say about that going into mostly classics.
And I gotta say, you know, a bit of a soft start for Lightning Fast coming into Breeze compared to what we saw from him on the stage, but he's been rallying back and now the lobby leader for, at least for his team, I should say. As, let's see if he's going to be able to intercept some of this pressure. Does get pinged out. It's back away, but punish not coming through. Governor too far forward, and Polvi finds Ban. I think he just straight up peeked onto the
Peeked
site.
him. Yeah.
Just dashed back out. Shin Boys will be able to take that Blaze King. A little bit of damage there on the Polvi, but now suppression coming through. That null command comes crashing across the site. Wall goes down. Russ able to get Jit Boys. Governor, however, on that lurk in mid. Does clean up Benkai. That's
Spike
them
planted.
in with a man advantage for now.
That's going to be pretty huge. Still a lot of time to get in onto the site. So even have the drone to just spot out the positioning of Russ, as now Lightning Fast trying to take this 1v1. And it's going to be Russ to actually back him up, and now they're trying to push in.
Pull back behind the wall. 0 point sent out. Snakebite as well to try and deter. Surf at 45 HP, and they have a fragment as well. As this final Snakebite here from Lightning Fast, so decent deterrence. As there's the swing around the corner. Fragment now thrown down. Surf dead. Russ. Chance at the 4K. Chance at the clutch.
There's
Cruz
just really
trying to
no
see if he
time.
can get away with it again, huh? Not this time.
Might as well. But yeah, there just wasn't enough time. Very excellently handled by the two GE members there in the 2v3. They get that one kill. Russ backing up his teammate Lightning Fast. And it all kind of started with that pick, but Talon did a great job to fight back on this map and actually gain the man advantage. But Russ handles this so well. He's really the most important player.
bro. I saw you do that before.
Well, you heard him. And he's feeling himself now. You can tell that Lightning Fast doing a great job, but Russ stepping up as well is really what is pushing GE over the line and now has given them the lead on this map.
9-7. Still in with a chance to close this out 2-0 against all expectations. Governor sat here behind the box. I mean, this is a full commitment position. Trying to dash out of here. Unlikely. As there's the quick bump, and he just didn't fire. He might have been checking the mini-map. I'm not sure. Either way, that is not what you want to be seeing here. Shock dart sent. Looking to try to get some tags across. Pit dropped in. Surf sending out some shots, trying to find something, but his vision being obfuscated now. Spotting one here. Back sight has to go for the reload. As he's tagged down to 48. Hunter's Fury coming out. Cruz nearly killing him off. And Cruz will come up with two. Blaze King and Benkai both going to be taken down. Now it is all on Lightning Fast, but the spike not planted. He's in a 1v3.
Yeah, and this is pretty big potential for a Thrifty. And there it is, Cruz with a close range Marshall. Just going to take him down with a headshot. Unbelievable. As Talon are back on the board finally, 9-8.
Unbelievable. I can't even imagine the comms in that moment. Cruz sends the Hunter's Fury nearly. Oh, wow. What another snappy shot from Bam with that Guardian. But I had to be screaming at Surf to just stop strafing into his ult. But man, two monstrous kills to keep them just one round separated now.
It's a very close map. I mean, at this point,
Oh, yeah.
I really don't know who to call. Like, it's kind of come in.
Global esports with a
Back, but now it feels like Talon are clawing their way back into this game, just barely. As very nice double stack gonna take down Ban, but Ban gets that crispy first headshot, and that's going to be Cruz to get his own.
Benkai just backpedaling there. Doesn't just plant his feet and pull the trigger. Man advantage now for Talon as they look to tie things up once more at 9-9. This is still absolutely anybody's map.
Yeah, Russ is going to go back, pick up that operator, gives them a chance. But Governor, he's been so strong on this one. A very nice little jiggle there. He's going to give away his position, though. As he will just have to dash out of this place. As now pulls out the knives, looking for a pick. That's the one. Lightning Fast did trade back one.
Not Jit. As the knives. A couple more remaining. Right back over onto the operator. Finds it. Dash to the side. Russ now left standing in a 1v3. Governor at 11 HP.
30 seconds left.
He's been in this spot before, but this is a much tougher ask.
It absolutely is. Lamp being held.
Spike planted.
Allow that to come through as Russ swings out, finds Cruz.
Oh.
And suddenly, things start heating up. 0 point nearly online. Another second left for it. Governor, okay. Does get the peek, does get the shot. Stops Russ from getting another monstrous clutch here for the team. Talon now tie it up, 9-9.
Spike defused.
Yeah, that one felt pretty good. I mean, there was a lot of fighting in Hall early on, and then Governor just holding on to the site essentially by himself, picks up a 3K and is able to get it done. As that will be the call for another timeout here from the side of Global Esports. Definitely a pretty good time for it, 9-9. Don't want to let this one slip away too far as Talon slowly, you know, gets some momentum back.
Yeah, time to reassess the gameplay and figure out how to break down this momentum. Still a timeout available though for Talon, so could just try to counteract, but let's see what happens. Things have very much been getting slowed down here. The approaches here from Global, where previously they were looking decently clean, they were getting trade ups. Yeah, now they're starting to get broken down very quickly. Let's see how much of a boost this gives to the squad, if any at all, to be honest. Some of the timeouts today have not been leading to round victories.
Yeah, maybe they're not like trying to ask Benkai a question. He's just staring at the camera, even though the camera isn't staring at him. They're like, it's over. Like, we got to focus on the game. He's like, no, I got to stare at the camera.
The camera's not even there, Benkai.
Yeah.
Camera was never there.
Whoa. Were we even there?
No. All right, well, no command, neural theft available here for the side of Global, but Pit from Jit Boys and Ban can go on a scouting mission with this dimensional drift. Sat on A for now. I'll see when he decides to pull that out.
Scanning ahead.
Flash.
Flash forward.
Flash in, fight coming down. Jit Boys trying to hold him at bay, and that flash did not catch him enough. They walk right in over top of it with that vulnerability. He's able to find 2 quick kills. Polvi at range somehow will finish off Ban with that headshot, but now Cruz coming through. Finds Blaze King. Polvi's dead. And Benkai stuck in a corner. Will just get gunned down. That's going to be Talon now gaining the lead. Once again, 10-9. But surely the timeout was more so for this round as the Rifles get to come back through.
Yeah. Again, not helping the stats, but yeah, pretty nice read here from the side of Talon. Just spotting them pushing underneath and the double doors. It just says good job. And that was a pretty simple round to shut down. Bit of a rush from the side of Global Esports. And let's see if they can plant their feet once again and try to make this pretty close.
Oh. Looked away for a brief moment. I'm not sure if Polvi actually caught a glimpse, but the way that he's backpedaling leads me to believe that he very well may have. They get tucked in here to window, and Polvi has the headshot. Governor taken down.
Yeah. Governor looks surprised. Like I looked at the camera, he was like, what?
Okay, but Ban finds both. The Jet, that's the KO, now gone. Dimensional Drift comes in. Neural Theft pinging across as he gets ready. Make his way out of here.
I'm back.
Pulls his way out. Do you have an idea about the Cypher? Cruz pushing forward, lightning fast, winning out on that fight. However, is Benkai taken down so very low. Still alive. 5 HP there on the Cypher. Jit Boys sends in the Snake Bite, gets a little bit of damage there on the Blaze King. Will whittle him down to 65. They know exactly where he's at. Can he clutch it up again?
Yep, this is the guy that you would want, but he's already taken fire from 3 different angles. And GE are back on the board, 10-10.
If he gets one, if he gets one there, that Pit very well probably gets invested.
That's a pretty interesting one this round, actually, because the angle Polvi seemed to know, you know, he's pinging it and takes him down. I'm very surprised that Cruz did not land that shot. He had like the perfect crosshair angle. Just didn't matter. Wasn't able to hit it. And that's really what opened up the B site to the side of Global Esports.
Solid from Lightning Fast once again, and Benkai as well, having his fair share of kills in that round. Attack operator now here in the hands of Polvi. Another op for Governor. Cash gonna start being in short supply. They can't close out this round.
Polvia able to cross over with this teammate here. And this is pretty fast as well. They might not expect this, but of course nobody's going to peek in here just yet.
Player above at Nest. And pushing out Benkai, drops down off the rope, but does end up falling. Thought maybe he could drop down fast enough to try to win that one out. It's getting picked off, so a solid start here for Talon.
Yeah, definitely a big one. Knows that there's not a lot of pressure on A. They have a couple of guys on B at the same time as now going to commit to that ult. Polvia is very much behind enemy lines, trying to catch the rotation, but only seeing the arm. Still going to hit the shot here onto Ban.
And right as the flash was going to be coming through.
Yeah.
Lightning Fast does get taken down. Surf able to find one here from back sight. Creep forward, the open hand. Wall goes up though. And Russ is able to displace the Cypher. Now it is all on Governor. The land, tries to no-scope him right as he hits the floor.
Last player standing. Here.
Yeah, and he's just going to get out of there.
Yeah, Governor just has to rotate out. Grab the operator. And that is just going to be, again, Global punching back.
Shutting them down.
2 rounds in a row for them to regain the lead. And just 2 more rounds to go for them to take the series 2-0.
Man, imagine if this happened on Icebox as well. Could have been so close, could have been so back and forth, but G just came out with a new fervor here after a couple of rough matches, and they have looked pretty strong. This one is not over yet. Talon could definitely still pull this one back. But GE, it feels like, started slow on this map, and now they're really coming into what they looked like on Icebox. As Governor just going to save that operator, as you mentioned, and it is 11-10. 2 rounds could end it. But let's see. These entries have been pretty strong from the side, especially Lightning Fast. He's just so crisp today, alongside a Russ. That 1-2 has been so difficult for Talon to handle.
Yeah, I mean, right now, as we go into this timeout, it feels like Global very much understanding the assignment, understanding what the stakes are of this series. It has been a very dismal look for them overall here on the year. And being able to start turning things around here against a team that everybody expects would beat you, that's a hell of a way to remotivate the team. And one of the things that we've been talking about for a lot of other squads is getting over that first hurdle, that first win of the stage of the season. How much you can struggle up until that point, and then once you are able to find it, it just feels like all that weight is lifted off you. It feels like you've finally been unlocked.
Yeah, it's also just, it really clears you up mentally. You were talking about, how you need to kind of get it off your chest, kind of get it off your back, all that pressure, and it just allows you to play your game and really showcase what you truly are capable of, instead of just kind of being mired in the unfortunate negative thoughts.
Yeah.
So,
and one of the things that Spin from Global has talked about quite candidly during their press conferences was that when they're playing in scrims, things have looked magnificent. They have looked like a team that can challenge, that can put up really strong results and have dominant wins. But when they've gone on stage, they have oftentimes been rattled with nerves. There has been a lot of issues for them as Governor. Doing the old W key dash.
Yeah.
Ban in the meantime, finding 2. Hello.
Spike down A.
Just casually from A.
Just, picks off 2 in shop, and that's the spike down. So, so far, so good on the timeout call, Talon. Lightning Fast looked away right as I think he would have gotten line of sight on Governor. Poor timing, but I think that pretty much widely has to be a call to save.
Here.
That spike is right out in the open.
Yeah.
Here.
Spike's on the ground. Let's see if he actually goes for it. I feel like Benkai
Cyber
would.
cage for it, so. Doesn't manage to pick it up. Grabs it off. Okay, Lightning Fast able to find 1. Up shot for off shot, goes a little bit wide, but Ban finds himself a 3rd. His Blaze King will fall. Lightning Fast taken down. Benkai, swap off. Grabs the Vandal, says, nope, never mind. You need that. Nope. Okay.
What was that?
Okay, so here's what I would assume.
Okay.
Benkai goes, okay, I'm going to save the operator. And then they say, no, like, try to play for it. And he's like, no, I don't know. I think I should just save the operator. And they said, no, it's okay. We have money. just try to play for it. The round's over no matter what. And then he went, okay, and then died.
Yeah, kind of an unfortunate end to that, as he eventually does peek out once again.
Or
Governor
he's just
ends
messing with the Governor because he knows Governor's staring at these weapons just getting dropped on the floor.
Yeah.
Which it could be anything because it's Benkai.
It could be. Fortunately for him and his team, that does mean it is tied up 11-11. This time, Governor, he just can't hit those shots. I mean, he's lining it up so well, but
He dashed the
so
proper way
close.
this time, though.
Yeah,
so
that's an improvement, I guess. But he did also lose a lot more health.
that's true. Well, he'll be down to 30. Pit invested here from Jit Boys over at AIM. Trying to stop that and try to flush everybody into this B setup. As drone quickly cleared out. Shock Dart sent to try to find some trap wires here on the entryway. Russ thinking about getting his way up in towards Nest, but now has been spotted. Ping's coming down from Ben. Very much keeping note of this. Russ now well aware that he's being watched. His way. Ben just gonna go clawing his way out of the dimensional drift. This Benkai, oh, distracted by the cam. The timing there, the toggle from Surf, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that's going to be massive as now Ban holding it down. He is pulling it together right at the end of this map. Now Surf as well. Going to pick up one. Gives them a fantastic chance to take this round in a 5v2.
Waiting for the moment to push out of this one. Fast and Polby, their work cut out for him. Pit going to be dropped. Governor going to be taken down. Lightning Fast. He finds a second. His own Pit now available. Invests it. Ban at 30. Cruz sending out a shock dart, trying to fish for some damage, but doesn't find any at all.
One enemy remaining.
Cruz dead. Polby around the corner. Finds the shot. What a rescue. Lightning Fast bails them out. And he gets them up to match point.
Match point.
That was gigantic. I mean, 2v5. They get a couple of key pickoffs out of their pits, and then they get their own. Look at this. It falls. It leaves Surf available. Lightning Fast able to throw up his own, and then Polby right there. And they can hardly believe it. Look at his face. This team is going nuts
If nothing else, regardless of if this goes to overtime, if Talon end up taking this map in overtime and then the series, what a performance today so far from Lightning Fast. A player that we did not get to see very much of last year.
Yeah.
Comes over as the lone mainstay on the global esports roster and has just been looking phenomenal today.
He's having a huge day. And he's had some nice backup too. It's not like a situation where he is the only guy getting frags. Obviously, he is the main guy, especially on that first map. My God. But it's been a really nice look from him and the rest of the team. But let's see how this one is going to end up. If GE can actually close it out here, if we actually do go into overtime. A lot of half armors on the side.
Governor walking forward.
Of Talon.
Multiple players around the corner. They're not looking in towards this angle, though. Spotted. He does manage to find Polby, but it's just going to be a trade out on the Jets. Hunter's Fury. Opened up here for Blaze King. Seeing if he can fish for any kind of tags. Recon finds two there.
Left.
There's Pop Flash out. Cruz turning from that. Does manage to find the headshot. Russ going to be taken down. Surf gets Blaze King, and it looks like we are not over yet.
I know exactly.
Benkai does find one, though.
Last player standing.
But now Lightning Fast dead. It is all on Benkai, and he has been revealed as the Neural Theft pinging back and forth.
10 seconds left.
Hunter's Fury now out into the open, and there you go. He does get taken down. Ben with a final shot as we go into OT.
Overtime comes through. I thought, you know, with Lightning Fast still alive and it was like a 2v3, it was possible, but Cruz able to hold it down on the backside, as was Ban.
Good shit.
Very
Indeed.
good. Yeah. So 12-12, and it's anybody's map from here. Who's going to take it, Achilles?
I have no idea. Quite frankly.
The fans, because they will win regardless.
The thing is that this isn't an overtime where it's just like two teams really overall struggling. There has been some very good ideas, some good pivots here, as well as some great, you know, just shots on display. Ban with those Guardians, especially. Let's see as GE start things off here on this defender side. Recon out, Benkai. Ooh, wall comes up, bails him out actually of getting pinged.
Uh-oh.
Beal, fake out though. Pushing their way forward, just alongside the wall. Governor able to find one, but Benkai with a quick turn back. Trades it back up into their favor. That's going to be the duelist now gone. Spike planted here for Talon. 4v3 with Polvi down to 60 HP. Door open, Jit Boys trying to line up the shots, but I think a little bit of whippy for him, but eventually finds Benkai. Russ taken down simultaneously by Surf.
Enemy remaining.
And they're holding it down.
Wide swing out, but Polvi just can't stabilize. Just glass cannon with the op. Surf with 3, puts Talon up to map point.
Switching
Just
sides.
like that. And
Match point.
that looks like it was almost 5 headshots as well. Just really crisp stuff on the A side. I thought Benkai had a really, cute position. He was holding it down with some of his teammates, but then eventually, once they tried to attack the spike, Talon's defense was too strong.
Take a look back at it here from Surf's POV. Finds
One enemy
these
remaining.
crucial kills. Great adjustment there on the lightning fast.
Nice!
Now, at a match point for themselves. Ban going for glass cannon op as well.
Governor, uh-oh.
Does get noted there. Flash sent in. Hold down on the spray. Governor trying to trade it back, but only finds a smattering of damage. Advantage found here for Global.
Yeah, good read there from Russ. And he's able to get that pop flash and get on in. Drew's gonna hide behind the wall, pretend he's not here. And then he's gonna go for the aggressive peek, but he's about to peek into multiple members. Polvi ready for him. And a quick shot is gonna give this 5-3 in favor of GE at the moment. But up against the wall, Surf's only able to get one.
A little bit of a botch there as Jit Boy's going to play this out patiently, but will it be rewarded? Goes for it now, sends it, swings the corner, finds lightning fast, he finds Blaze King! Jit Boys brings this now into a 1v1 as Benkai hounds out Ban. And he might have just bought them a map win.
That's insane. And now Benkai has no idea! And that's it!
Unbelievable. Jit Boys plays it patiently, disrupts the plan after losing 2 players off the rip. I'd say it was a 3v5, but it was a 1v5 face, a 1v4 I should say. Unreal clutch from him. They get across the line and we are not done yet. One more map yet to be played as we will get ready to go to Lotus.
I don't even know what to say. Talon, they were ahead for most of it, and then they finally were able to clutch it there right at the end. But we are done for that second map. Let's go back to the analyst desk to break it down.
What the heck? How about Breeze? That was a constant back and forth, especially those final 6-7 rounds. Was it gonna be Talon? Was it gonna be Global? Was it gonna be Talon? Was it gonna be Global? And they both had really good ideas. It's just kind of like they were just taking turns, showing their best performances back and forth. But of course, Talon wins this and brings us to map 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I
Will?
mean, it's just one of those things where you could tell that the players on both sides were starting to just say, we just have to fight and just like win our duels, right? Like both teams trying to just go push aggressively for contact, and then you have the read and you see GE waiting, and then Talon's trying to bait them into more fights. And listen, sometimes that's the adjustment you need. If you feel like your endurance is running out, right, your focus is running out, you just have to make sure that you just zone in and say, well, at the end of the day, it's a gun game. But man, those heroics on both sides, Jit Boys at the end, I mean, putting up the pit and then wrapping all the way around the site. What a 200 IQ play.
It feels like, at least at the very, most crucial rounds, at the very end of it, there was a need to go above and beyond. And we saw that, like you mentioned, with Jit Boys. Ban was doing so well on his Yoru here, and it just kind of compounded here for Talon. So much of what we saw in Breeze was how much multi-kill impact can you really do, especially once both of these teams were trying to push for that overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I do want to say in the later half, sure, Governor, he starts kind of heat up and he starts whiffing a couple shots because he's getting a little antsy. But by him pushing out so aggressively every round, it opens up a lot of space for his teammates as well. A lot of those times, Ban is prepared to kind of catch the push and pull, get a couple multi-kills. Jit Boys dropping 29 as a Viper. Top score here in this server. What an insane performance from this guy.
Both Vipers actually on
Well,
this map.
And I also just want to give a shout out, right? It's the representatives from each of these teams from their home countries that are really putting up numbers to keep them in the game. Obviously, the Thai representative here for Talon and the Indian representative here for Global Esports. So, you know, the home fans, they have to be happy about this, but now they have to go at it one more time on map 3.
I'm just taking a deep breath. Like map 3 at this point is gonna is hard. It's a hard one. And you know what? Global Esports coming into this, obviously you could tell by our predictions that we thought it wouldn't be this close.
No, not at all.
This was, you know, we're going to map 3 right now, but we went full into overtime here.
There was, I think, a lot of the reasons why it felt like it wasn't going to be so clear-cut as to who could get, you know, the string of rounds here on Breeze, was just how dicey that mid-control really was from both of these teams. I mentioned Van was super aggressive in that mid-control because of how many great crashes he's done, but when he's not able to do that, you'd see Polvi aggressively pushing through there as well with the help of Blaze King and everything, and it kind of just went back and forth when you'd see the Jets aggressively pushing through mid with operators just trying to get that quick round advantage very, very quickly, and that's when you kind of see so many of these first kills go either way and so high for both of these teams once we reach, you know, again, the bigger rounds or the later rounds.
Yeah, and since obviously we've had some opportunities to talk about the Talon players, and even though they've lost, I just want to give a little bit of a shout out to the G side as well, since we're talking about the fact that we actually didn't expect this to get close at all today, most of us at the very least, is the fact that, yes, I mean, Benkai's firing back as well, but Russ has just come in so prepared for stage 1. He's fragging, he's calling, I mean, he's getting reads on Governor's pushes out, going for the trap plays with his own flash drive, sometimes just going for the frag himself. He's got the trades. I mean, this guy is there to lead this team, and he's doing his darndest and brought it very close. But at the end of the day, there's Chip. I mean, when he does things like this in the final round, what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do besides go to map 3? And we were talking about timeouts earlier and how critical they can be. There was a very crucial timeout by Coach Frost. And boy, near the end of that did turn things around for Talon.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, this actually would have been quite a quick 2-0, in my opinion. But that's when things really started to get heated. They started to tie things up back and forth. And now, even though it wasn't like the longest 2 maps, I think just given how that Breeze played, this map 3 already feels like it's just a fight about endurance and focus, right? Whoever can reset during this break and come back and say, okay, here's our basic plan. Now we just go round to round. We've got to read the opponents every round and go for that mental stack, because trying to remember like your entire playbook now at this hour, I think it's going to be a little tough.
Yeah, especially when we're going to Lotus as our third map. There's so many plays that can really go wrong if you're not careful at the execution on Lotus, and we've seen that multiple times. Again, we were talking about it on that map with DFM, that they weren't really prepared to go for those mid controls or those link controls just because of how, you know, 3-sided map Lotus is. That could be something that, you know, would be a concern for both of these teams moving forward into our last map here.
And I just want to say, I know it's been an exciting game and everything, and it's all great, but we did talk about pistol rounds, right, before this game started. I think it's just been very clear that Talon just clearly the superior pistol round team. No joke, doesn't even need to frag everyone to get the win. I mean, it's crazy.
Who in their right mind allows a full pistol defuse, okay? Not checking the half and just hard reading, oh, he's not going to defuse me. I have time to re-peek this. He's not going to go for the full defuse.
Listen. Denial is the first step, but soon you'll come around to acceptance, and you will accept
William is
and then GE wins the Thrifty.
He's like the only person I don't want to win anywhere. He's the absolute worst.
And they win the Thrifty force buy.
Yes, I don't
What is that?
But Talon still won the map, so it all comes around, right?
I'm going to rank him up to Diamond.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts.
I'm going to draw a mustache on your face.
It hurts
Okay.
like my entire
we'll
identity.
be passing him the night after tomorrow, Azariah, let me tell you.
But you know what? I get wingman, the audience. We are together. You're my homies.
You're a host of the people right here.
Yes.
You got your little bros.
Yes. Thank you. Little
like
homies.
Oh, man.
Y'all my little homies. Thanks for sticking together.
I don't like this
look.
game anymore.
We're all like evened out.
It was
for now.
fun till Will joined. Then I was like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, keep me on this test. Let's go. All the way to Radiant. Let's go. Undefeated run. Yeah,
we got one more day tomorrow. Will's definitely on a good streak right now. I'm back to gold. All right, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yes,
All right. Okay.
yes.
Speaking of endurance, because I've been here every day on the desk.
True.
I wonder if we were talking about the mental stamina for both of these teams. You saw it earlier from Gen G and DFM. One was doing like some physical exercises.
yeah.
Gen G was doing like their little meditation. I know Talon does a lot of. They did a lot of that actually during the break of just like mental recuperation and just trying to stay calm in these high stakes situations.
I kind of wonder how much Lenny has, pulled some of his teammates to go to the gym, because he's been like bicep flexing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Too, right?
I mean, Coach Frost has talked about how he's attempted and succeeded slightly to get even Jit Boys to the gym. So, listen, I think that's a pretty big accomplishment
Do you think
in his own right.
Is this the result of going to the gym? You
Maybe.
play like Jit Boys? Well,
Yeah, now he's got the guns to carry the team.
well, he does. He's got double guns there. It's carrying the forward. We got our agent select for Lotus. Lotus, our third map of this series.
Yeah, and obviously, again, both very meta picks, very common picks. The standard one so far here on Lotus on both teams. So, I mean, the big questions are, obviously, every piece is very important. But the raises, yeah, we talked about it to no end. But I have my eyes on the Vipers as well. Just how much do they have those lurk timings to open up a little bit more space? How are they controlling rubble, things like that, with the toxic screens, just even passively, without having to go in for actual fights?
This is going to be a big one for global esports too, because again, quick history research right now, they haven't had any wins on Lotus just yet. They've both lost DRX and Zeta Division. So if they're looking for their first win ever in a series, Lotus could be it, and that's going to be a good one, a big one.
This is it. Both of these teams need this win today. They need that point. Let's go over to our casters, bring us straight into the action.
They absolutely do. We'll see now if Global are going to be able to bounce back once again, because this was a bit of a heartbreaking loss, frankly, on Breeze, not being able to close things out. So let's get on Icebox. We'll see if they're going to be able to keep a clear mind here collectively coming into this, because we've often heard from coaches, from players, saying that the close losses, those are the ones that hurt the most. Those are the ones that linger with you as you continue to play out the series.
Yeah, I mean, Talon, they got kind of smashed on the first map, right? And then they immediately came back, started off strong on the second one, and eventually won it, even though it was pretty difficult. Another right back in it. Now it's, all tied up 1-1. See who wins here on Lotus as a push is coming in onto the A site. Mostly through Tree.
Deep wrap around here.
Hanging back.
Trying to push up. Oh, the opposite side of the wall. Cruz with 2, Ben with 1. Blaze King only able to find a singular kill here. Looking good for Talon to take the opening pistol. It's lightning fast. And Ben Kai have something to say about it, but decayed down a little bit. Still only at 88. Paranoia at the ready here. As Boombot looking for the check. Double swing in. And oh, what a clear. Lightning fast. He got both of those?
One enemy.
An unbelievable adjustment. He will be taken down there by Ban, and now it's all on Ben Kai with just 18 HP.
Not looking likely. Not a lot of time. And he is, in fact, going to fake. And he'll eventually have to hold Bantus, take down his third kill in that one. After lining them up on the backside, seeing the rotation coming in. And Talon will pick up the first one. Very nice clear in Tree, as you mentioned. So there was a moment of hope, but this one was what really shut down any hope of defense on the side of GE.
Nice!
Nice.
Well, spirits getting built up here for Talon. As Governor with a judge. Full investment, 50 creds remaining. Judge purchase here with the full armor. And full armor abound. I think, wary that they might be facing another force up here from Global. They are not. No outlaw on the opposite side. Ben Kai going to get tagged low, taken down as Governor goes launching in. To hound down the Killjoy and break open this C site. And now realistically, with just classics in hand, not wanting to really burn any utility, so they don't have to rebuy it, could just see Global get stacked up and get ready for the spike to detonate.
Yeah. They're already stacked up. Very good at just dying to the spike, I guess. Very practiced at this point is every team, and Talon just going to hold on to this just to see if they go for any kind of crazy play, but it's not going to come through. And Talon, once again, off to a pretty good start. in this last map.
And the chat messages can commence. Here comes the Iron Chat. Oh, I did not display, question mark. Chat doesn't know video game.
But you know, some people actually just say that to trigger chat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that they don't realize that they're being baited. So,
But then some people say Iron Chat as well, just ironically. Because
Yeah.
they just want to be part of it, you know. They just want to be part of something. It's okay. You could be that guy. We won't blame you. GE gonna go ahead and purchase pretty much everything they can. Half armors across the board. And we go back into it. We'll see if Talon can pick up a bonus. They started off on the second map by picking up 5 rounds out of the first 6. So hoping to replicate that, especially from the attacker side of Lotus.
one-way setup, mountain control here for Global. Okay, just taking some pot shots through the Viper wall. Only found, still making a decent bit of noise over there though, as Poison Orb will get lobbed in over towards stairs.
Yeah, just throwing a bunch of stuff into the stairs, but he is alone as the majority of the team of Talon is actually pushing in towards B at the moment. So down will go Ban, but nobody else is there. Prowler going to be sent in on a B. Quick entry from Governor. Still has that one, but they're being cleaned up actually pretty easily as the door does get opened. And Jim Boy's also going to be able to pick up one.
He's up one,
But
fakes
just
a
the one.
TP out, but it looks like Polvi not falling for it too much here.
Yeah.
As Governor, oh, that Prowler, he can do some real damage, but it's only going to be the 1 kill. Russ does get taken down to casualties, as Global will be able to close out the anti-bonus. Not the cleanest, but also far from the worst. So overall, going to be pretty happy with that one, I imagine, of the coaching staff. As nice little setup on the alarm bot, stopping him from getting the lurk forward.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, guys.
Not much else to say. Pretty nice round to get back in this one.
Leave the dream seer to
It was pretty well read, that push that was coming in. The second ban went down. He was just able to clear out the rest of Rebel and say, okay, well, nobody else is here. As now, pretty quickly, here comes Governor over the top. And he is going to be counted out, but still going to be able to get that one. Jip Boy's following up as well.
They're fighting back nicely. Lightning fast. Oh, just way too whiffy on that spray. Far too chaotic. It's only Chit Boy's taken down. I mean, an immense amount of damage onto Governor and Ban, so could very well bring this back into a 2v2, but for now it's just going to be the entry over here onto the site, and Benkai out of range of that util. So overall, they get in relatively for free, and they'll know when he's back in range as the turret, will start firing off.
Some spam on through. Not going to be easy,
Spike
but
planted.
a little bit of damage done there. Blaze King doing the same, but the two of them are not going to commit to this. And so now Talon back on the board, looking to replicate map 2. Should be 3-1. We do have the save coming in.
That's, on Braze, this is where they started that pretty big win streak, got themselves up to 5-1. See if that's what it takes for a timeout to be called, but Global certainly going to be hoping that they can come back into the next round and still be able to find a win. Crew's just making sure there's not going to be any very late lurks forward. We'll now back away. So 4 members alive this time around here. Talon somehow staying alive through that opening chaos. Could have been a big moment there for Lightning Fast to just come up with the goods and really shut down this round, but I think it was just a bit too over-eager, too chaotic, couldn't quite just steady himself.
Get a very quiet nice, but a very big smile. That's a lot to be happy about on that entry. Getting the job done. On top so far with 4 kills alongside a ban. Uh-oh, here we go again.
Spotted one. Funk comes down, and there's the blind out. Jit Boy's completely stranded, ends up getting taken out. Big damage across onto Cruz, swing onto the corner. Governor trying to get the pick there through that smoke, but doesn't manage to make it happen. Lightning Fast eats a lot of damage as he's just slow creeping off that snake bite, but Ban still here in a position where he might just be able to do some damage, but we're playing Ring Around the Rosie. Who's hunting who?
Remaining.
Lightning Fast, he's hunting everybody. Very clean here in response from the side of Global, just Polvi getting taken out. And that one, as they will be able to get a second round and keep things neck and neck, just about.
Yeah, that's right. I believe was talking on the desk about how really got to see how this rebel control comes in, and Polvi just gets in really quick. Second the wall goes down, he picks up that first kill. Very nice paranoia as well. And they're just able to control this very crucial part of the map. Lightning Fast low on health does not matter. Talon was pretty aggressive to try to push in after the Polvi kill. I think that kind of came back to bite them at the end of the day. So Global Esports now back on the board themselves, keeping it closer early on.
Once again, Talon looking like they want to pressure in onto A, and Global with a bit of a misread, expecting to see them kind of ping-pong back and forth across to the opposite side of the map in this round. Instead, they'll start scouting out and not be met with much. Granted, they're not going to go just blindly rushing forward into the site, but were they to do so, they would find very minimal resistance here, as it's only Benkai.
Yeah. And they are slowly pushing into this one, and yes, smokes are getting set up, but they're just kind of bravely and carefully moving forward. So now the pit's going to come down as well.
Hits in, Showstopper also available for Governor as he picked up that orb. Haunt going out, let's get the reveal. Showstopper now pulled, sends towards Heaven. It's a little bit of damage on the Rust, but he manages to bring it down to drop. Around the corner, Governor out and down, Lightning Fast up on top of the box, able to find the kill. Nightfall now going to go crashing across, as spraying into this pit, trying to find anything that they possibly can, but for now the Nightfall will be holding them back.
Yeah, just going to wait on this one. Still waiting around the pit. Here is Talon.
Cover going out.
And eventually they're going to have to push into this one. You see Lightning Fast thinking about when exactly he's going to go in. Grenade going to be thrown in. As now over the top they go, trying to take the left side of this pit. Blaze King and Lightning Fast getting a kill themselves. They're going to try to hold this one.
Good boy step, and there's Snakebite locked in on top of that spike, and still will be hounded down. The hold to half. His life given for the cause. Makes it easy for Blaze King to go ahead and finish it off. Again, Polvi, the only casualty in the round win, goes the way of GE. 3-3 now, tied up here on Lotus.
That was just a very clean retake, even with the pit right in their face. Just see how they do eventually go for this. Starting off with a couple of pickoffs.
Pushes in, managed to find Jit Boys looking the other way. Very nice.
Let's fucking go, boys!
You can see the pop-off starting to come through here. Global believing.
Where are you?
I just feel like it's impossible to know who's going to win this one. It's so back and forth at this point in time. Going into map 3, here comes Talon now aggressively onto B this time.
Away in the back goes Governor, but it's taken down. Blaze King. Minimized. This for the swing out and Surf. Having a rough go of it so far. Ends up falling. Polvi with the kill. 5v3 now for Global. Double stack for B. This needs to find value. This shit is down to 54. Two stingers here in their hands. Benkai finishes off the bruise.
Player standing.
As it's now all on Jit. Does have a recovered weapon, but only 15 HP. Russ sends the Prowler into the wall, but overall it does not matter. The fuse comes in. Global get themselves now out to a 1-round lead.
I was going to say, if only he had a better gun in that situation. He kind of caught them off guard and sprayed into 3 of them, and maybe, I think he took out 1, but just not quite enough. As we take a look at this once again, Blaze King got it started off pretty well, and slowly but surely they were able to close this one out. As that's actually going to be a timeout from the side of Talon. Because, you know, 3 rounds in a row, not feeling as good now, as GE are certainly staking their claim over this map themselves.
Well, Talon looking to course correct, because, I mean, again, it has been back and forth. Different teams play the map different ways, but we have been seeing the overall trend here in Pacific towards that attacker side half being the favored one. So for Global, the more that they can rack up on defender side, the more comfortable they should feel. See how things transpire though as we come out of the timeout, but overall, I mean, you see Spin leaning back in his chair. He needs to pull his shirt down a little bit, but
no.
He's looking relaxed.
It's fine.
He's feeling cozy, and overall, you got to say it's pretty much for the first time, as I'm being told that we do have a good old tech pause.
Oh, baby.
I love the music cue going.
They make it sound so epic.
Yep. Well, hopefully nothing too complicated. And we can. Oh, Benkai.
Oh,
he had
not the hot pack.
It's
explosion.
a burst hot pack.
I've done this myself a couple times actually.
I have never. I don't think.
It's really not good when you have a bunch of sheets of paper with information on it, and then it explodes all over that, and then you can't really read your papers anymore. It's not a good feel. I love how they're getting the camera like right in there. I hope we get a Benkai reaction.
Straight into the action. Yeah, can we get an instant replay of the moment that it occurred?
Definitely a good idea to get that cleaned up as soon as possible, and it was cleaned up really fast. Like,
you can stare again if you want. That's a nice little smile as
player issue.
Player issue. I love that because this was, both of our era of the LCK, and now it is stuck as an official term across multiple esports. The good old toilet issue.
Yeah, toilet issue, chair issue was the other good one. Oh man!
Shout outs to Cuban.
The good old days. And player issue a little bit less descriptive, I guess. Could be anything.
That could be anything.
I'm just glad it wasn't actually
a stubbed toe.
There.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't like
a bad attitude,
a technical issue, like an audio. It's more of just a
we just spilled chemicals on
issue.
a desk.
Yeah. No chemistry during your Valorant. Gotta be careful.
Well, right back into it. Already, Ban ripping his way up just outside of A door. Ping's coming down, so they're pretty well aware and suspicious that somebody's going to be lurked into that position. Swing coming through, and instantly kills being found. Showstopper, not even needed, but hey, why not? Send him off with some flair. Lightning Fast collecting 2 kills as Benkai now just around the corner. Ban trying to see if he can find anything at all, but Spike is stranded. Oh, I mean, hello. Yep, this goes ahead, confirms the presence. Benkai already had a very good idea about it.
He's having a good time there in tree. A lot better of a time than his desk was. Surf here, I was looking at his stats, actually sitting on 0-5-0. He had a fantastic breeze, but unfortunately having a pretty slow start in this one, so hopefully he can get back on the horse and help out the team. For now, though, don't think he's going to be moving. So no horses, no anything. Maybe a kill, I mean, if he lurks for long enough.
Okay, Lightning Fast thing tucked
left.
back. So not going to be spotted here by Surf. Seems like overall will just be the clock running down as Global now 5-3. Very swiftly dealing with that attempt at mountain control here from Talon.
The instant replay.
I do really wish we had the Benkai replay. I'd love to see his face as it happened.
Having some fun. He's like, well, I got all the kills. I didn't need you.
I mean,
the blind came out immediately.
It's cathartic, honestly, to see these players with smiles on their faces after some really rough starts, because it was, maybe the first couple days coming through before the match losses had started to rack up. Seeing them vibing on stage has been feeling pretty good, but that also probably feels good for Governor. Quick hop around the corner for the op shot. Only taken down, so 5v4. Talon in a decent position as Benkai set up at stairs. Does have that Odin in hand, but swinging out on a peak here could be very dangerous for him. He waits for the Viper wall to come back up.
Yeah, this is not an easy spot in a long-range position, not behind a wall, if you have the Odin, up against an operator. Does feel like Ban and Governor, they're trying to get as much information as possible. They haven't really seen much of anything, which is information in itself.
Benkai doesn't even have a turret set up here. So just a push in and okay, well, we'll just get the insta headshot there. Does Ban. That's going to be A site now completely open. Just trying to play as quiet as possible. Yeah, actually, they're aware about there being somebody else lurking here on B, or on A rather. So will be a pivot into B. Alarm bot previously set up their buy start to try to get the catches. Oh, lightning fast. Yeah. Trying to be, he was full blind, didn't necessarily know where things were happening, so it does get taken down. Now 2v4.
Last player standing.
Uh-oh. Tries to throw out the snake bite, dies instead. Ban shoots him down through the wall and keeps it close here. That was, though, 4 rounds in a row to the side of Global Esports, so certainly took a big chunk out of Talon, but Talon a pretty strong round here. You see it starts off with a quick blast back into Snipe, and then just a slow push onto A. Gets another kill, gets him enough of a lead to win.
I think maybe a little bit too far forward on the alarm bot there, or too far back, I should say, for Benkai. You know, as Ban's swinging the corner, he's already seen the killjoy. He's not going to be distracted or have his attention drawn down to that alarm bot at that point. He's looking for a very forward one-way setup. Polvian quite deep here is Blaze King. Getting the punish this time around.
Yeah,
Revenge found.
Just kind of walks out, has his wall set up, and he walks outside of it, just looks for a pick, gets it pretty easily. Surf really wants this one. So he's going to have to back away.
A spray coming his way from multiple players there. Does get out unscathed. This turret able to spot just over top of that Viper wall.
Here.
Lots to work with at the moment here for the side of Talon. As Governor just on the opposite side here of the door. Starting to get broken down. Bot at the ready, but he's just trying to play this one out a little bit more quietly. There's the break. There's the push in, and Russ, he was trying to go for trigger discipline there. Let him push past, but Cruz does look back. Now Serve able to find Benkai at upper B. Now just 2 players, 1 left standing, as Polvi will be the last one alive here for Global Talon. They will be able to tie this up, make it a 5-5 scoreline once again. Not letting Global get ahead.
Yeah, pretty clean entry there, and just, I wouldn't call it greed, as you mentioned, just trigger discipline, just trying to make sure that he could catch multiple people. Knew they would be rotating in, and just unfortunately gets checked, gets taken out before he can do much of anything, and Polvi's just going to hold on to this operator, of course. They might, no, they're just going to run away from this. Look on the backside of C, just in case Polvi was back here, which he is not.
Yep, overall, not going to be spotted. I wouldn't have minded a bit more of an aggressive hunt here for the side of Talon. They have some players that are really close to having these ults come online. Shit boys, but Surf, namely the big one, is, yeah, I mean, a bit of a double take, but Cruz just nails the headshot.
Nice.
Russ just trying to play that one out quietly and patiently, but does get punished for it.
There.
But speaking of ultimates, plenty available here for Global. Nightfall and Pit, both up to try to dissuade, or, you know, dissuade a plant or get the retake through.
You got to be careful. Certainly, Governor most of the time has been pretty crisp on those shots. Actually, it's banned this time with the operator. But yeah, just try to jiggle Pete, trying to see what he can see, and puts up a pit. So trying to just prevent them from going into C at this point in time.
Oh, but man, finding Polvi does take a pretty nasty bit of damage there, down to 30. Store gets open. Blaze King flushed out, sees nade coming through. Pit now dropped. Looking for the entry, they go bouncing forward. See that the site for the moment is widely clear. Alarm bot set up right in front, lightning fast. Triggers that one, but as he tries to swing the corner, Jit Boys does take him down. Talon now, feel like they should be able to regain a lead for themselves. With Russ coming around from behind, will find one. They continue to try to play for this. Boombot does not scout Benkai. Lockdown now available, and he's going to send it.
They absolutely will. There is a corner to try to get away from this one, actually, for Talon.
Have a little bit of space to work with, but now, right now, they're operating without audio, but Surf wins out on that fight. TP well around the back. It's going to be a waterfall approach here from Jit Boys. Benkai in a really rough spot, and there's the swing through. 2 ults committed. That's a costly one to drop here for Global.
Last round.
At least, you know, getting close to that half, but a very nice entry. You know, Ban winning the 1v1 in the sniper war, and then eventually, we're going to take another look at this here. Takes a shot probably through the wall there and does survive. And then eventually they take out the Viper Spit, and that just gives easy access into the C site. And then the 3-way crossfire coming through onto the plant. So pretty easy after those first couple of picks for Talon, even though Global Esports members did try to make it interesting. As out flies Polvi, and then goes back.
Bring them down.
Bringing it forward, nothing spotted too much there. As okay, blinded, all hell but Governor. It's all enough to be able to get rid of Benkai. Blaze King now, just backpedaling.
There.
Lightning Fast, trying to maintain some bit of control. Be a pivot out as Blaze King. The Boombot goes through and does chunk him out.
Yeah.
But look at this, an attempt at a fake now. Is the lockdown going to be committed? They will leave Surf here to linger. Push forward now coming through, but they're not spotting anybody else, so I think they might now be getting an idea about this, and yep, they're going to start rotating towards A, but Ban in such a prime position. Could absolutely undo all of this. It's a full commitment. Not ready for it. First one, a little bit whip, and he still manages to come up with 3!
Oh, man. They just never expected him to be there, and they all stacked in a line. First couple of shots were iffy, but then the next couple were perfect.
And
so
Blaze King, I mean, he looked back towards B for a brief little moment, but Surf encroaching, doesn't matter. Jit Boys will just go ahead and nail the headshot. Out the half, Talon are out in front. 7-5 the scoreline here at the moment.
So that was a timeout that really worked. I mean, there were 4 round wins in a row to the side of GE, and then all of a sudden Talon take a timeout, and then we just got 4 in a row for Talon. So now taking a pretty nice lead here, 7-5 on Lotus. Attack not, you know, too out of the ordinary, but still going to feel like they're in control of this one. We'll have to wait and see how their defensive side is going to look, because certainly Talon getting some mental wins here, as a lot of buy the Talon capsule signs are out there. Talon having their own sign that says buy their capsule as well, if you guys missed the beginning of this match.
A nice little flag with Cruz's face on it, but crunch time here for both coaching staffs. Global shouldn't be overly concerned, again, just given the attacker-sided trend for the map. But if they come into this one and end up dropping another pistol, it's 3-2 in that regard at the moment, with Talon out in front. And that's when things start getting very worrisome here for the team. This needs to be a very strong attack side for them. They want to find that first match victory. That first championship point.
Yeah. Saw a lot of work done by Governor on the attacking side for Talon. A lot of first kills for him. Ban doing a decent job as well, just in terms of overall performance. So definitely looking towards Polvi to try to pull up some of those numbers here from the attacking side. Really open up space, especially around Rubble, which it does look like they might want to fight for here. Door is being opened right now by Governor, who's looking to challenge them.
They're out there. Oh my God, what a shot! Instant tap there on the lightning fast. Russ does trade one back, so both Omen's going to be taken down, but my God. The ferocity of that headshot was just something else.
I barely even saw that guy. He flipped that fast.
Really good damage out, though. Cruz down to 16. Governor still holding the site, and Global still holding the ground. Inching forward, but Surf lurking in from behind. No break on Baby Door. They know that they're still going to be contained. Oh, never mind. It is broken. We'll know that now they widely have two options. Pivot into B, go for A. It's going to be former as bad. Comes up with 3 rapid fire kills. Unbelievable. Drops down, looks for the fourth. He gets it. They come rushing in. Ban says, sit the hell down. 4-2 in pistol rounds. Talon, they want to take this one home.
Yeah, Ban is like, all right, start up the van. We're going home, boys. No more overtime. We'll take another pistol. I will carry him personally. And this shot was insane. But then, Ban actually outdoes him.
Spike down B.
In terms of numbers here, just very, very crispy.
What are you guys doing? Hello? Hello?
They're dying. That is what they were doing. Now, no presence on A. Again, widely full save is Ban. Ready to greet them again, but Pain Shells will force him off the angle. Prowler in. Spray across, pulling me down so very low. Paranoia goes wide, they pushing Cruz. Able to find 2, Governor, and pull me at the same time. And it is a blink and you miss it. Planted come in, they do get money. They're not able to find any kills, so a flawless anti-eco here for Talon as they now move up 9-5.
Flawless.
Yep.
It's another day at the office for these guys.
Yeah, pretty simple stuff. You know, just spray into the smoke. You know, they're all rushing on in. Good read from them. Plant does get down, as you mentioned, so some money, but yeah, it's very clean. They're very happy with that one, regardless. Able to stave off the pressure very easily against mostly classics. So, Talon in the lead pretty comfortably at this point. They certainly started off today very slow, only getting 4 rounds on Icebox, but after that, able to barely pull out Breeze, and now here we are. And they're only 4 rounds away.
Oh, Ban again, off to an absolute raging start.
Standing.
Only 2 kills in reply, and suddenly Blaze King turns around and says, guys?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Talon are definitely challenging them, but it also does feel like Global Esports are kind of, they feel a bit lost at this point in time. They're running straight into it, and Talon are just too good at this current moment. So kind of unfortunate. It was a bit more competitive before, but now this bonus is going to go pretty heavily in the hands of Talon, you would imagine. Blaze King is just like, well, I guess maybe I just sit on this one. He's going to pick the 1 kill. And it is a 1v2. Still a chance for him.
45 seconds, but needs to win this wide swing out. Man, of course he's good for it. Another multi-kill. And it's round 15 will go to Talon. Now doubling the score of Global. 10-5, double digits has been obtained. And with a pause in the clock, it looks like we should have a timeout call coming through here from the side of GE. Oh, what was the end of that sentence going to be?
Yeah, that was a good time to cut off that one. I don't think that was going to be nice words. Maybe we was going to see. Those guys are just great guys over there, you know?
These guys are lovely.
They're wonderful, very nice people. And I'm sure they are, but I don't think that's what he was going to say. Anyway, the timeout does come through. Global Esports, I think this is a very opportune moment to take the timeout, especially after the way that last round did go.
Well, plenty to be said now here from the coaching camp of Global Esports.
Ooh, yeah.
Like we're talking about, you know, these continued clashes that we've been seeing in these last several rounds, where it just feels like Talon said, okay, this map is attacker-sided. Let's play defender side like we're still playing attack. They're rushing out to meet them. It's down and dirty, fighting in the streets. I mean, good lord, Ban, 28-1.
It's pretty good. He's had quite a map here, for sure, especially towards the tail end. Getting those numbers up.
I mean, hell of a glow up. Not that the Yoru was really lacking. There's some really crisp aim in there, but it was nowhere near this level of dominance that we're seeing. Is jump onto the corner, Ban. There it is again.
Down B.
Takes out Russ. Nade into the corner, quick TP out. Won't be able to avoid it, but still takes an immense amount of damage. Lightning Fast down to 70, Polvi down to 11. As I mean, they're just continuing to inch forward, occupy this space. They have the spike.
Yeah, that time around, I mean, just trying to get a little bit aggressive in a B with some shorter range weapons. Doesn't quite pan out. Ban able to hit yet another headshot. And it just takes a lot of the wind out of their sails. Because now you're down a member, you're on attack. It's not an easy angle, and even the pit's going to be committed to here.
I mean, Ben, he hears the tap on the door. He knows that they've gotten the spike back into their control. So he just sends it and says, no, you're not coming this way.
Here.
And right now, Talon, I mean, feeling very confident that this is going to end up getting wrapped around back over towards A. Gonna have a quick pivot back into B, though.
Yeah, look at that stack they have in the stairs, just waiting for them.
30 seconds left.
But yeah, could just come down to a little moment on the B site. Might even see GE be able to get this plant down, then a bit of a retake. I think Talon know that, okay, if we can just squeeze them in a B, and it's a pretty easy retake, especially with the health advantage and player advantage that they have,
10 seconds
then we're going
left.
to win regardless, even if we do leave the B side open. So the plant comes down, and they're looking to push out of this one, actually.
I mean, I think they kind of have to. They need to take some kind of space here. Create more for themselves as flat back around the corner. Governor will be able to find Pulvey, but Benkai comes up with 2. Governor and Surf both going to be taken down.
One
Boys,
enemy
however,
remaining.
able to find 2 of his own. Blaze and Benkai both now dropped. It's all on Lightning Fast. Able to find 1, but he just doesn't know which side the opponent is going to be swinging out from next. Defuse will come in. Talon will not back down. Now up 11-5.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a global esports player at this point in time, it's got to feel so rough. I mean, they were so close, and they absolutely dominated Icebox. They almost took the second map. They got forced onto a third map, and now they're just getting rolled.
One enemy
And
remaining.
probably part of the reason why they are getting rolled is due to the unfortunate feels of the way that this match has gone. They thought they had enough to pull it through, but now Talon has really woken up. And there's no more timeouts.
They're on the haunt. Blaze King, fantastic shot, finds 1, looks for more.
Okay.
It does find it. Governor going to be taken down. Now needs to get himself out of harm's way. Sends in the poison orb to fake the exit. And creeping forward, but still watching over towards rubble, so very much suspicious that this Viper could still be in position. Old Surf will get just absolutely overwhelmed. Get some damage across onto Pulvey, but otherwise, Global still 5 members strong. It's just Ban and Jit Boys alive for Talon. Given their performances today, I'd say that you might as well try to play for it. Oh, Blaze King lucky to get away with his life there.
Yeah, Blaze King was the one leftover member, the one that gave them the big advantage, and is quite low. So Ban would love to try to take him out if possible. Should know that he's taken a bunch of damage. But not going to be necessarily easy. He's got some help here at Mound from Benkai.
The sight's back, checking over here at the box.
Last
He's
player
willing
standing.
to give his life to try to get some of these guns out of their hands. He knows that the cash isn't too great, so dealing some additional economic damage would be nice for the side of Talon, but not getting themselves up to match point yet. Global, they managed to hang on. They get themselves a 6th round win, but it was a damn long while to make that happen. Across both halves, 8 rounds consecutively were racked up here for Talon.
Yeah, I think G kind of let this one get away from them, but Talon could do it. You could do it as well. I mean, you're still on the attacker side, especially if guys that haven't necessarily had the biggest days like Blaze King are able to come in and try to like get the team back on track. Maybe he can try to help his team out in terms of the mental game. But here is Governor now over in rubble, trying to take control of this, and it looks like G are going to play this round a little bit more slowly, a bit of a spread. Just trying to clear out some of these outer areas of the map.
There.
Okay.
That works.
Yep, just fishing through the poison orb lightning fast. We'll find Surf. Solid start here as Orb just going to be taken by Benkai, 2 away from having the lockdown online, but
Poison's off.
Global still not committing to anything. Waiting to see if there's going to be any more aggressive push-outs coming through.
GE definitely mixing up the tempo here a little bit. They went for a lot of fast plays, some rushes to run on in, and not really going to do that here. Trying to group up out towards B and look to move in as a 5-man unit.
Hunter hears this. Rain shells come through. Whole beat. Bouncing across over towards Baby Door. Haunt cleared. C's going to be sent in. He's going to be decayed down. Crew's able to find one. Showstopper from Governor takes out Russ.
Toxins going up.
3 members standing now for Global Esports.
Uh-oh.
Lightning Fast go on, just the 2. Spike not planted in the hands here of Blaze King. Would give him a pit, but they're running out of time. He needs to be able to come in for this one. Pit now available. Sends that first. Plant now going to be coming in, but Jit Boys finds one. Push up in, and Governor will be able to take him down with the classic Talon. They get themselves now up to match point.
Match point.
Oh man, that's so rough. Gee, they were so close to starting something. You know, they had a man advantage, but just sending a bunch of utility through the smoke, the showstopper especially, and eventually, you know, you're trying to plan on B. If you ever get behind on manpower, it's going to be pretty rough. They actually do have another timeout. That's my bad. I thought they had run out of theirs, but either way, it's pretty rough now. You got to put 6 together, and that one I think was your best chance because you had the initial pick off. You got pretty lucky. They elect to go into B, and they got just kind of cleaned up there in pretty rough fashion.
We'll take a look at what the economy, both credit and ult-wise, how that looks. We get ready to go back into this one, but I know the Polby 1 away from a showstopper. The rest a bit more uncertain, but the smiles we were previously witnessing have been transferred from Global over to Talon Esports.
I feel like Ban and Governor are enjoying this the most. Always smiles, always.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Ban with some trash talk as well.
Well,
trying to hype up his team at the same time.
Couple orbs to pick from here on the map. Showstopper, Lockdown, Nightfall, all just 1 away for Global Esports. Talon well aware of this. This is why they want to fight tooth and nail to try to keep those ones protected. Grab there on the Lightning Fast, but already on the opposite side. Russ taking out Colby, dead. Jit Boys finds Lightning Fast, and this could just about be it. 2 members left standing as Blaze King cannot win out the fight. It's all on Benkai. He finds 1. 2 more now to deal with for the Spike. He's got to use a lockdown just to try to clear the way.
Yeah.
And they're just going to push forward. I think he might be relying on this to swing in. He's only going to be able to find the 1. Cruz will get it done in the end, 13-6. Talon, they find their footing, swapping sides, and they only concede a single round win to Global in the second half. They take this series 2-1.
Yeah, really nice stuff from Talon after that first map. But they got there, they woke up a little bit slow to start. They force overtime on Breeze, and then they go straight into Lotus, and they dominate there, only giving over the 6 rounds to the side of Global Esports. So definitely a good performance from them. And unfortunately for the side of Global Esports, that does mean yet another loss on the cards. And not yet able to find that first win.
But overall, looking significantly better today than what
sure.
we have been seeing. There was a lot more cohesion. And I think just overall, crisper aim. I mean, a hell of a performance from the team. So very close to being able to have that as a 2-0, but just couldn't quite close it out. That overtime came through.
They're
Some very critical
at the
mistakes.
capsule signs
in
the audience. They're like
but,
oh, man.
Yeah, some critical mistakes in that overtime to stop them from being able to get over the line there on Breeze. But still, you know, lightning fast, another fantastic day from him. Team overall, but we'll go ahead and pass this back over to the analyst desk to close out the day.
Ayo, Talon, take this match point. They take their next championship point, bringing them up to 2 and 1 step closer to playoffs.
Yeah, not quite in the fashion I'm sure they would have hoped for coming into the day, but at the end of it, you know, they go through a grueling breeze and then they're able to regain their confidence. And